guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. Today we are going to review a Rebor dinosaur, and it is one of the earlier releases that they've come out with, so it's been out for quite a while, and it is Wind Hunter, the Utahraptor. Overall, my opinion of this model is it is beautiful. I was a big fan of this when I got it, and I fell in love with it immediately. It is a very, very nice looking Utahraptor. And the only problem that I've had with it, and again, this was one of their earlier releases, so it was really when Rebor was just opening. They were just figuring things out. Still, it was a learning process, I'm sure. It probably always is, but really they were just figuring out what to make their dinosaurs out of and all that fun stuff. And this one has a problem where it bows terribly. Over time, it normally, when I first had it, it stayed up like this all the time. It was beautiful, it looked great, a nice one-footed running pose as it's lunging down to bite something and eat it, maybe a little mammal running by or something. And this leg here just bows terribly. So if I just left it like this, within minutes, it'd probably be down here on its face. It just does not stay up. And it's very disheartening that that did happen. I have heard, however, since this issue had arisen, that Rebor has fixed this problem, and any of the newer releases of this don't have this issue again. I have tried to contact Rebor in an attempt to find out if any of the current ones that they do have in stock in Big Bad Toy Store on that website, if they are all the corrected, fixed version without this leg bowing issue, and unfortunately they ignored my question and never answered me. I don't know why. I don't know if it was just a simple, like maybe they read it, didn't have time to reply and didn't get back to me, or if this was just like they didn't want to respond. I have no idea, but I did never hear back from them. It would have been nice to know so then I could tell you guys exactly what was going on with it. If any of the newer ones that are out there are all fixed, I couldn't tell you. I do want to repurchase this guy just so I can get the corrected leg version, because this drives me crazy. What I actually have to do, I take this rock and I put it under him here. So now it kind of just appears like maybe he's stepping off of this rock to go and lunge after something. But it's kind of sad that I have to do that with this model, because it is a very beautiful model otherwise. It really is. It's absolutely fantastic. The sculpt work, everything that they put into this, I really do love it, but unfortunately the leg issue definitely drops it down a few points for me. And unfortunately, like I said, I have tried to contact Rebor so I could get a hold of a newer one without this leg bowing problem, because I would love to be able to display this out nicely with no leg issues or no bowing issues and just kick that rock out of there. But as I said, they have not gotten back to me about it, so I don't really know for sure. I really want to recommend you guys to purchase this, but I can't guarantee that you'll get one without the leg issue. But I will link you guys in the description as to where you can buy these still, but I'm again not 100% sure if they are the corrected ones or not. I would think so, especially at this time. It's been out for so long. By now all these older ones that had this leg issue, if they were still in stock, probably have been purchased already and have passed through the line. And most of the ones that would be out there, I would imagine, would probably be the newer corrected version. But again, haven't heard back from Rebor, so I can't tell you for sure. But anyway, one thing that I will say about this, and this is going to shock you guys, but there's a knockoff version. Shocker there, right guys? And it is one of the most ridiculous looking knockoff versions that you'll ever see. There it is. It is silly, in my opinion. Very silly, because I don't really know what you're even supposed to do. I guess since the original is in this running pose, he's got one leg up, so he should be like this. But because they've decided to re-sculpt out this other leg, because clearly they couldn't come up with the ability to have this stand on some sort of a base and give it this running pose that Rebor initially did, they have him like this. So I don't really know how they want him to stand, because once you let him go, he goes down. So maybe if you lean him back like this, nope, down he goes. I don't know what they were thinking. Oh, there we go. And this is only because this thing is horribly off level right here, what I'm reviewing this on. but somehow he's actually standing. And he's in such a ridiculous pose because of the way that they do have him standing. It kind of looks like he just got like punched in the face or something and he's wheeling back from it. I don't really know why they decided to do it this way. Honestly, I think if they weren't going to include a base with their knockoff version, they should not even have attempted to make this at all. They should have just left it go because it's really bad. Again, I'm a sucker for bootlegs and having alternate versions of ones. There he goes, he actually stood again, shockingly. Luckily, I have a very off-level spot here. This thing never stands. I guess he just wants to try to show off and prove that he compares to the original, which he does not. But anyway, let's take a closer look, I guess, at both. Now, I have temporarily taken out this rock just so you guys can see how he should look. He does have an articulated jaw, so you can open and close the jaw if you'd like. And the jaw works absolutely perfectly. No issues whatsoever with the jaw working. As you can see there, it opens and shuts nicely. Beautiful work done on the teeth on the inside of the mouth. Each tooth is sculpted out individually. There's just tons of detail on the inside of the mouth. The tongue looks very good. The top of the mouth looks very good. Very realistic. They weren't quite doing the teeth the way that they do on their newer raptors at this point, but, you know, it still looks very good. The arms are movable, but the issue with those is they pop off very easily, so I wouldn't recommend moving them around too much. Maybe put them in the position you want them to be in and then leave them there. Unless, oh, see, there he goes. Arm just came off. So the arms do pop off, but they go back on very easily. And the arm's back on. So yeah, the arms slide back on very nice. If you're not going to move them around too much, not a big issue. Just put them in the position you want them in and they'll stay. They don't fall off unless you're going to move them around, twist them a lot. As far as the detail goes on the face, beautiful, beautiful detail. They've carved it and sculpted it out nicely. A nice eye, again a gold eye, which I dislike a little bit, but it looks good really on this one. It does look nice. It's got a very striking appearance on it. Gives them kind of an evil look. The eye is painted nicely. It's got a glossy look because of that gold eye. Gives it a nice gloss look to it. Beautiful coloration on the face with some whites and grays and yellows all kind of blended together. Gives it a nice look with the different tones. The feathers and the overall body are a nice grayish color with some hints of white and yellow all over the body, really. The feathers are sculpted out beautifully. Here on the arm, you can really see the arms look fantastic. Those feathers look incredible on the arms, they really do. The hands themselves also really, really nicely sculpted and a very realistic color to me. The claws and toe claws look beautiful because they have added different tones into them to really bring them to life, giving them a very realistic look. This leg here on the right side, as you can see, lifted up, that claw is extended as he's about to lunge down and grab a hold of something, and clearly he is intending on using that claw very soon. That big sickle claw looks absolutely awesome. Beautifully sculpted. The feet look very, very bird-like. Incredible work done as far as the sculpt goes of this dinosaur. You can see just with the way the leg is lifted up, such nicely carved out muscle tone. It really looks exactly as it should look, in my opinion, with the leg being folded up like this as it's in a running, lunging pose and it's about to take down something. That muscle tone there is absolutely awesome. That whole leg just looks super, super realistic to me. Again, the feathering looks fantastic the whole way through the body. They did a great job on the sculpting of the feathers. The opposite leg also looks very good. You can see nice bird-like looking feet. The toes are also sculpted beautifully on this side. That sickle claw looks super good. Looks really realistic. You can see some nice calf muscles and some thigh muscles on this as well, along with the hip bone here at the top. And then this nice, beautiful, long curved tail with incredible sculpting done on the feathers and beautiful paint also applied. These little spots, the white spots on these tail feathers, man, it just gives it such a nice, striking appearance. This Utahraptor is really, really top-notch. The base itself is just basically some rocks and stuff. Not too much to the base. There's a little bit of a, you can see the carcass of what looks to actually be a Utahraptor maybe. Sitting here down, you got a skull, so maybe he's going after another Utahraptor. Who knows? Maybe he just likes a little bit of cannibalism in his diet. And then the rocks are sculpted out very nicely. They're nicely colored, so the base is beautiful. There's just not too much to it. You can see this is a little peg here that sticks out, and that is how you put the dinosaur onto it. You just slide this peg into his foot. And the underside, you can see Utahraptor Wind Hunter, and it was from 2015 by Rebor. And then you can obviously see a little bit here of an image of the skeleton of the Rebor Utahraptor. And as I said, you just take the foot, slide it on, and voila. The knockoff, however, is a different story. You can see that there is just tons of detail that has been lost in this. The bottom teeth are just awful. I can't even begin to stress how terrible looking those bottom teeth are. They literally did not even try at all. They just kind of slopped a whole bunch of white crap in there and made it look bad. The tongue, you can't really see. It's in there, but it's not too good. The way that the detail has just been lost all over the place. It doesn't have an articulated jaw. You cannot move the jaw at all. The eyes are just a red color with no pupil at all. They did not even give it a pupil, so I guess he's just running around with bloody eyes. The paint to the face is like an orangish color, and again, there's no real tones done to it. And then there's like a bluish color to the feathers. I can't really comment on the quality of the feathers because they just stole the dinosaur sculpt, so I can tell you that they definitely did lose quite a bit of detail in the transitioning to the bootleg process. You can see the hands are just like an orangish color, pretty much similar to the face. Same goes for the feet. The claws now look terrible. They once looked absolutely beautiful on the original. They all look like garbage on this one. The underside is just a dry brushing of some yellows on it. And then there's just, it's blue with some yellow stripes here and there, and then a gray back. Really nothing done other than that as far as the paint goes. So yeah, I mean, it's a very underwhelming bootleg and definitely not worth your time of spending any type of money on this one. Sometimes I'll recommend a bootleg once in a while, but this is definitely not one of them. So the size of these guys, oh, you can see, look at them starting to go down. You can actually make them spin around if you want. Look at him spin. He's having a good time. Anyway, size for this is close to 9 inches long, and at the highest point of his tail, you're looking at about 5 inches. So he's a very good size. He's really not small. He's definitely a nice size, but as far as Rebor goes, he's one of their smaller figures. Although he's probably a little longer than their normal raptors are. This thing is significantly, he's almost 7.5 inches, so he's significantly smaller than the original. I don't even know how to suggest his height. Oh, there we go. So he's about 4 inches high, in that range somewhere. Again, this bootleg is pretty bad. I'm not 100% sure I can find where to purchase him anymore because I did buy him quite a while ago, as the original's been out for quite some time, and it didn't take them too long to steal it and make their own version of it. But really, it's not worth your time anyway. I'll try to find him, but I can't guarantee that I can. He's not really worth it. This one, however, is worth it. As I told you, I wish I could tell you guys for sure that the ones that are currently out there for sale are the corrected versions, but I have not heard back from Rebor. So if I do hear back from them, I will update the description to tell you guys whether or not they are all safe to purchase without worry of the bowing leg. I'd think by now they probably are, but I have just not gotten any confirmation on it. Once I do find out, again, I'll update the description, and I'll be purchasing one myself because I would love to get one to replace this one, just because of this bowing leg issue is very, very frustrating. I don't like having to put him up on this rock, but gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So that's how mine is displayed. Unfortunately, really makes the scene look a little less nice, but it's not bad. Overall, I can definitely say Rebor did a fantastic job as far as the sculpt and work done on this Utahraptor. And once they did find out about the bowing leg issue, I'm pretty sure they immediately started work on trying to resolve this and getting a material done with the Utahraptor that doesn't bow like that. But unfortunately, I was one of the ones that bought it right away, so I did get the earlier bow-legged issue. But overall, fantastic model, a great Utahraptor. The bootleg is not very good at all, it's pretty garbage. But the original is beautiful, absolutely nice. So I will link you guys again as to where you can purchase this. I believe the Utahraptor is still available through BigDadToyStore.com, and it's definitely still available through EverythingDinosaur.com. Not positive on this ugly guy, but who knows, I might be able to find him still, I don't know. Either way, you can get your hands on the good one, and the link is in the description. So please like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.